Shalom, y'all. I was watching Big Judah video, and y'all see the brother said the same thing I was saying on the videos about how the church demonizes us and demonizes the Father, and then calls us evil and calls him the beast and all that stuff. I keep telling y'all, this is what they do. You know what I mean? So our people need to get out them churches, because even if you are a Hebrew and you're a good dude, if you following their doctrine, you're against the Father. You're against him. So you need to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you follow that doctrine and all that, talking about some antichrist and all that, then you're on the side of the wicked and not on the side of the Father, because that's talking about the Father. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, like, we gotta wake up. So I was going through one of my books. Actually, my bull picked it up, and I saw something when he picked it up, and I'm gonna read it to y'all in a second. My screen gonna go dark and stuff because I'm gonna just sit my phone down. But I'm gonna read it to y'all so y'all can hear what's in this book. I'm like, yo, that John had me out there. I ain't read it yet. I just like glanced through it. But watch, when y'all hear what I hear, y'all gonna be like, wow. And that's gonna prove a lot of stuff, y'all. Alright, so hold on. I'm about to go in there now. Alright, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Alright. No, wait, I need some light. Hold on, y'all. I got it on a book, bro. Slow boy, get on my nerves. Alright, here we go. So this is from the book Columbus and the Conquest for Jerusalem. Listen to this thing. Alright. Like any youth at the time, Columbus could not have avoided hearing stories about early Venetian travelers. Marco Polo, the Guinness were proud of their connections to Marco Polo. He had been their prized prisoner. Paraded around the city. Paraded around the city after the Guinness victory against the Venetians in the Battle of Corzola. Corzola in 1298, adding to his humiliation. I'll just stay like that. To his humiliation, he was confined in the Palazzo San Giorgio, which had been built from stones the Guineas had removed from the Venetian embassy in Constantinople. The palazzo, adorned with colorful frescoes, still stands just across from the mole. The Guineas could claim that they had not captured and imprisoned Marco Polo. The stories he told might never have been written. To while away the time, Marco Polo regaled his fellow prisoner Rusticelio with tales of his 24-year sojourn in the East, 17 of which were spent in the service of Kublai Khan, the great Khan of the Mongol Empire, the largest empire in the world. Whether or not Rusticilio believed that the tales were true, he was so entranced with them that he wrote them down. Marco's story began in 1271 when he traveled to Asia with his father and uncle, not only for the purpose of trade, but to fulfill a promise they had made to the Grand Khan to bring oil from the holy sepulchre, as well as priests who could teach. Hold on, y'all. Who could teach about Christianity? All right, from Venice, they traveled to Constantinople, Jerusalem. Now, you hear this, right? They traveled to Constantinople, Jerusalem, and Baghdad. I just want to make sure y'all heard what I just read. And then over the mountain terrains of Afghanistan, loosely following what later became known as the Silk Road. The arduous journey to reach the court of the Grand Khan took them more than 3 years. What mesmerized medieval Europeans about Marco's stories were his descriptions of the exotic animals they had never seen, of strange customs of people he encountered, of all of the use of charcoal, like our contemporary Barkowitz. I can't never say that damn word. Alright. To heat their homes and cook their food, and most surprising stories about the abundance of gold, but the use of paper for money. Y'all hear what I'm reading, right? I'm gonna read it again. Marco's stories were his descriptions of exotic animals they had never seen. Now he's trying to say this is where Kublai Khan is, right? And if you heard what I read, it says it's right over on the other side of the mountains of Afghanistan, right? Look, I'm gonna go all the way back. Marco's story begins in 1271 when he traveled to Asia with his father. He's in Asia with his father and uncle, not only for the purpose of trade, but to fulfill the promise they had made to the Grand Khan to bring oil from the holy sepulchre, as well as priests who could teach about Christianity from Venice, right? They traveled to Constantinople, Jerusalem, Baghdad, and then over the mountainous terrain of Afghanistan, loosely following what later became known as the Silk Road. Alright, so he started where at Kublai Khan. So he's telling you what he saw in his land, right? Just listen. Right now, he's supposed to be in Asia, but we already know Asia Minor is here. All right. So it says of exotic animals they had never seen, of strange customs of the people he encountered, of the use of charcoal, like our contemporary Barkowitz, or however you say it, to heat their homes and cook their food, and most surprising stories about the abundance of gold, but the use of paper money, of course. Now, question. What place has abundance of gold that was taken from? It was taken from these people's land. That was here. What place used paper money? See, y'all didn't know. A lot of people didn't know that paper money was around before George Washington and them. Yeah. And also, there were 12 presidents before George Washington. That's another thing people don't know about because they don't teach it. They were also interested to learn of the vast extent of the Grand Khan's empire. What Khan mean? Priest king, right? The opulence of his court, and the advanced civilization of a people who had not had the benefit of Christ's teaching. So, is this Asia, or does this sound like America? Right? It sounds like this is over the water because they brung that shit here. We didn't know nothing about it. Bam, right there. See what I'm saying? Christ's teaching, because Marco's stories seemed so outlandish to many Europeans. They often felt that his tales were figments of a overheated imagination, and they referred to his book as to Malone because of the millions of tall tales he told. The original manuscript of Marco Polo's travels, now lost, was translated into a number of languages. It ain't lost, they just did that so you won't know what's really going on. Franco, Italian, Tuscan, Venetian, German, Latin, and Latin and a more standard French, and copy copiously copied. Although more than 100 manuscript versions exist, over 100 manuscript versions, meaning they changed the shit, exist. None of them are exactly the same. Exactly, they changed the shit. Like I told y'all, in part because of errors in translation and transcription, deletions of material felt to be immoral, and edifying additions made by some of the copyists. Yeah, I bet they were edifying. You mean losing because they done took something from it, so you don't know about a lot of stuff. And I bet you it got something to do with us. Manuscripts copies were owned primarily by monasteries, like I said, Christian doubles, royalty, and educated rich. Thus, most Europeans heard rather than read the stories, and that is surely how Columbus first learned about the splendors of the East. Later, when he acquainted his own copy of Polo's travels, he made numerous notes in the margins. It is one of the 9 books from his library that have survived to this day. Wow, they still got Columbus's library. Imagine that. Columbus was especially interested in Polo's description about the location of gold, pearls, precious gems, spices, and the large island called Cipango, or Cupango, let me say, Cipango, yeah, which is now Japan. Here's the cap. You see how they trying to throw you a curveball, y'all, because they don't want you to know that Columbus was coming straight here to do some shit in several cities on the Chinese mainland. So now you hear this. They trying to tell you this is in China near Asia. This is Asia near China, in Japan, right? You see what they doing? Listen, there's no fucking gold in China. Alright? Just listen, watch. Just watch. Watch how this shit make a U-turn. Had a gold in the greatest abundance, its sources beginning inexhaustible. So if there was pretty much so much gold in China or in Asia, would they be the fuck over here in Africa doing what they doing? Hell no, they'd still be over there. And is there any stories about them running up in China taking everything from them? Yeah, they were in there, but they didn't take everything. Come on, y'all. This is the bullshit right here. They trying to throw a curveball, right? The entire roof. Now listen to this. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me. I'm gonna go back and because I might have missed something. Hold on. So it says which is now Japan and several cities on the Chinese mainland, right? So it's telling you this is in China, right? Chinese mainland, Asia, right? Marco Polo had written that Cipango had gold in the greatest abundance, its sources being inexhaustible. Now, watch what I'm about to read. The entire roof is covered with the plating of gold in the same manner as we cover our houses, or more properly churches, with lead. The ceilings of the halls are the same precious metal. Many of the apartments have small tables of pure gold and of considerable thickness, and the windows also have golden ornaments. Do y'all remember when I showed y'all that book and it had it showed the cities and the buildings were had gold all over top of the buildings? Y'all remember that? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take this shit out. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me pause this shit. Alright, yo, I just went crazy looking for that book. I brought out like 6 books trying to find that book that shows the city of gold with the golden rooftops. And I only found one of them got like almost an image of it. I don't know what happened. I don't know where that book at, y'all. Y'all remember I did that video and I was showing everything in the video. But while doing that, I might have found something else, and if I did, I'm gonna surely bring it out, but not tonight. But hold on, I'm looking real quick to see if I can find this joint real fast, y'all. At least what I was talking about, so you got an idea of what I'm talking about, or what I was talking about. Yeah, after they destroyed everything. Yeah, y'all. Yep, alright, here go one. I'm gonna leave this open. Hold on, let me get the other one. I wanna make sure I don't lose my page. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get some light out here, y'all. I really can't see that. I mean, I could turn the light on to my camera. Is this it? Ah, jeez, please. Father's gonna die my hand, though. We're gonna be alright. I got y'all. Just give me a second. I should just pause it real quick. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna pause it. Hold on. Alright, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna turn this light on. Alright, let me flip this around. Alright, let me read this to y'all again. Yeah, I had to put a towel in the car because it was raining out. Alright, let me read this to y'all again. Alright, it says, the entire roof is covered with plating of gold in the same manner as we cover our houses and more property churches with lead. The ceilings of the halls are the same precious metal. Many of the apartments have small tables of pure gold of considerable thickness, and the windows also have golden ornaments. Right? Alright, hold on. I'm going to show y'all this, and then I'm going to keep going. I'm going to show y'all some more. Alright, look. So, this is the city Teotihuacan. What's missing? What's missing? Right, these are the temples, but you see what's missing, right? Going all the way down, right? There's no tops, right? Boom. Look at this one. Look. Look at this. This is an illustration, right? They drew it, right? Just to show you the shit that they was into. Look, no tops. No top. 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 Right? Boom. Now we go here, right? Now, see that, right? You see, it's a road. This is a long road that comes down, right? You see this one, right? Long road, right? Boom. Y'all remember this picture, right? You remember I showed y'all what they was holding the white man's arm? Look. And they let you know it's a pale arm, right? You see all the colored people, light-skinned sisters and all, right? Here's your road going up to your temple. But let me show you on top of the houses. Come on, baby, focus. Focus. Focus, baby. Focus. What you see right there? Let me get my thumb right. What you see? What color is that? Is that gold? Or is that straw? Is that gold right here? Hold on. Where we at? Right there? Is that gold on top of that building? Huh? See the temples? These are the temples. Look, right here. Right here where my big behind. Hold on. Where my big knuckle at? You see all this right here? This is the temples. This is this. That's this. Right here, right? You see the steps? Here's the steps. Look on top of the buildings. Gold. Gold. Look. Gold. gold, gold. All those buildings. See the buildings with the steps? See the steps? Boom, 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 boom. See them going around it? Every temple got gold on top of it, correct? Or am I imagining something? But y'all see what I see. These are the small buildings going around, right? You see them, right? They got gold. This one got a giant. This one, where's it at? This, well, I can't find that with my finger. This one right here got a giant gold bell on it, right? Look at that. Now, I'm going to show you the temple. This is the temple, right? You see what's on top of it? You see that? You see that one next to it, right? And let me get the one right in front. This is the one in front of it, right here. This one, right in my finger. You see that, right? You see the gold on top of it, right? You see the steps, right? There it is. See the steps? See the steps? No top, no top, no top. They took the top of this. They took the top of that. They took everything. They took everything. Look at it. Look. See that? See that? And I'm going to show you that I'm telling you the truth, that this is real. I'm going to go right up the road. I'm going to go right up the road, right? Show you my finger going up the road. All right, you see that little box right there? You see that second little box, right? Right where my fingers is. Right there and right there, right? You see that, right? Hold on. I'm going to go right up the road. Right up the road. Whoop. Box 1, box 2. Bam. Right next to the box, right? Right next to these two little boxes, there's a temple right there with a big old gold bell on the top or whatever that is, right? Directly across from it. Am I correct? The last one, right? Your box, there it is. Just to show y'all that I'm not lying. And then on this one, you can see it. And you can see the second one in the corner right there. Right there, you can see part of it. Bam. There's your temple. There's your, and everything's missing the top. They took it. They took it. Alright. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me read some more for y'all. Use the light. Next to the passage, Columbus. Who that? Oh, my sister. What's up, brother? Next to the passage, Columbus written down copy as gold, but he was interested in more than precious commodities. Sorry, he made notes of things he assumed he would encounter if he ever made it to Asia. That's not in Asia. That's in Mexico. You see what I'm saying? You see how they fucking lie? The flora and fauna, the name of the towns and the rivers, and the numbers of ships in the harbors of special interest were the cons, right? It's about to get crazy. Hold on, let me pull this back a little bit. Fabulous cities were where he hoped one day to meet the reigning Khan, the court at Kambula, Kambulak. That's what it is, Kambulak, on the ruins of which the forbidden city in Beijing would later be built. Just listen to how they lie, and I'm gonna show you in a second that they lying. As soon as I get to it, well, you already see that with the images, because that's where this is. Teotihuacan, something like that. Yeah, right. And this is in Mexico. All right, so here we go. Forbidden City, right? In Beijing would later be built. Quanzhou, Hanchao, a sophisticated Chinese city known as the city of heaven, that with its 12,000 bridges had reminded Marco of Venice, Zayton. A busy port city with a harbor that could hold 1,000 ships, and where the quantity of pepper imported there is also considerable. What is that? Oh, also considerable. Yeah, considerable. That what is carried to Alexandria. to supply the demand of the western parts of the world is trifling and compassion. Sorry, today I can't read. The summer palace of Sanctu and Exandu of Coleridge, where the stately pleasure domes held up by the girded canes were actually collapsible and could be moved about like the nomadic gurs or yurts. And finally, the Khan's 12 provinces, especially Cathay and Manjai. You know that everything. You notice this 12. They're using a lot of 12. And you remember, Khan means priest. So what I'm showing you is they trying to. So if we ever grab these books, what they're trying to do is throw us off the scent by trying to tell you it's in Asia, like China, because that's exactly what they're saying. But you read what that says: Columbus and the quest for Jerusalem. He's looking for Jerusalem in China, right? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Cathay and Manjai. The latter was said to be. Wait a minute. Oh damn! I keep losing my spot. The latter was said to be the region where the famous Prester John had established the kingdom of Nestorian Christians. Stories popular in Europe in the 12th throughout the 17th century told of Christian patriarch and a king who was said to rule over a Christian nation lost amid the pagans and Muslims in the east. Listen how they lie, yo. So we know Prester John ruled over here, Asia Minor. They slick, y'all. They real slick. In the east, Prester John legendary realm was thought to be adjacent to the region of Gog and Magog, whose people, according to the prophecies Ezekiel 38:2, Revelations 20:7 and 9, were enclosed behind a wall and would be let out at the end of time to help the Antichrist. Wow, this is bullshit. To help. Huh? Wait a minute. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Alright, wait a minute. Let me read that again. The Most High just put something right in my mind. Alright, listen to this. I'm going to just start back at the Prester John part. Prester John had established a kingdom of the Nestorian Christians. Stories popular in Europe in the 12th through the 17th century told of a Christian patriarch and king who was said to rule over a Christian nation, but they don't know nothing about it. But they the Christians. You hear the bullshit, right? A Christian nation lost amid the pagans and Muslims, right? So it's lost, but it's around pagans and Muslims, but they can't seem to find it, right? In Asia, right? A nation. So they just lost a damn nation. Asian and Muslims in the east. Prester John's legendary realm was thought to be adjacent. That's next to. Adjacent to the region of Gog and Magog. This right here, this just got me, and the Father put a thought in my mind. I'm not gonna say nothing until I find it, till He show me what's in my mind. A region of Gog and Magog, whose peoples, according to prophecies, Ezekiel 38:2, Revelations 20:7-9, were enclosed behind a wall and would be let out at the end of time to help the Antichrist. So Gog and Magog gonna help the Antichrist, right? The Asian location of Prester John's realm figured on a number of maps, including a Guinness map of 1447, Beheim's globe, of 1492 and the MacArthur map 1569, but it was never found, even though many travelers before and after Columbus saw it. Really? In Asia, though, right? They couldn't find it, but he found everything else. Okay. Martin Beham's conception of the Atlantic Ocean, courtesy of Felipe Fernandez Armesto. There we go. Tartaria, Cathay, Mangi, was that Cambia, Suriet, Lauch, Moabar, Selene, I think that is, Nucorium, Java Major, Pentum, Java Minor, and Quina, Canyon or something, and Tristis. And that's the place that Columbus said what did he say? What is this called? Kaipanju or Sipanju, right? Yeah, let's back up. Isn't that Florida? Doesn't that look like Florida? Doesn't it? Huh? No. Yeah, actually, that looks like America, right? And this is down here is like Florida, right? And then you would have the Panama Canal, right? Something's missed here. Now, hold on. Let's go back for a second and read something. Let me read this for y'all again. Yeah, I can't read through the camera. And I'm gonna go back a page because we gonna find this. Hold on, y'all. I got you. Oh, here we go. Columbus was especially interested in Polo's description about a location of gold, pearls, precious gems, and spices in a large island called Kaipango or Kaipangu, which is now Japan, in several cities. Okay. Now, I want somebody to lead me. I'm not really good with maps, but somebody told me, is this Japan? That's where Japan is located? Because this looks like North America. And this looks like Florida coming down. You know that little thing we have. But that looks like North America to me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe not. But let's keep going. Okay. Another popular book circulated in the late 14th century was The Travels of John Mandeville. Though it is not one of the books that survived from Columbus' library, Andreas Bernardez and a friend of the family reported seeing Columbus read it, and later Columbus quoted almost verbatim from it in one of his own writings. Today's scholar included that Mandeville, a fictitious name, never traveled to the places he described, but borrowed material from numerous sources. But neither Columbus nor his contemporaries would have known that. The book would have appealed to Columbus and the other passionate Christians of the day because it focused was Jerusalem. But I thought he was trying to find something else. What was he trying to find? Let me go back because I'm a forgetful person. Let me see what he was trying to find, because that ain't what they just told us he was trying to find. Where was I at? Right, yeah. Exotic animals, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Columbus, let me see. Columbus learned the splendor. Columbus learned the splendor of the East later. When he acquired his own copies of Marco Polo's travels, he made numerous notes and margins. Oh my God, wind blew it over. In margins, it's one of the 9 books from the library that survived to this day, right? Columbus was especially, I don't need nobody sneaking up on him. Columbus was especially interested in Polo's description about the location of gold, pearls, precious gems, and spices in a large island called Kaipango or Pangu, which is now Japan. This is what he was interested in, right? Columbus was especially interested in Polo's description of the location of gold, pearls, and precious gem spices in a large island called Kapangu. That's what he was interested in, right? That's what they just said, right? Especially interested in, right? Okay. So now they're saying Columbus, where is it? Columbus nor his contemporaries would have known that. The book would have appealed to Columbus and other passionate Christians of the day because its focus was Jerusalem. Pilgrims could use the account as both a map and spiritual guide as they journeyed to Jerusalem in China. Right. Okay. Maybe it is in China, huh? That'll be something. All the important deeds in the life of Jesus were attached to specific physical places, and Mandeville included the stories and legends attached to them so that at each place a pilgrim could relive the Christian drama. Relive the Christian drama. Hello. Huh? Y'all heard that one, right? Yeah, I gotta read that again because wow. Let's do that again. Okay, where were we? Okay. Christians of the day its focus was Jerusalem. Pilgrims could use the account as both a map and spiritual guide as they journey to Jerusalem. So they know where it's at, but nobody else do. All the important deeds in the life of Jesus were attached to specific physical places. Yeah, I just said attached. Right? Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. And Mandeville included the stories and legends attached to them so that each place a pilgrim could relive the Christian drama. They was just making shit up as they went. From Bethlehem to Jerusalem is only 2 miles. On the road to Jerusalem, half a mile from Bethlehem is a church where the angels told the shepherds of the birth of Christ. Not Satan. Zeus. Damn. I done gave this boy 6 names. Yeah, it's killing my hand. I ain't gonna hold y'all. My hand hurting. Holding this jaw. Alright, let me switch. Alright. And on the road is the tomb of Rachel, mother of Joseph, the patriarch. Whoa. Hello. So, Rachel is buried on the same road where Jesus was allegedly born. I just want y'all to hear this shit. What they do. They have no respect, man. Alright. Let me see, where was I at? Yeah, the birth of crazy. Rachel, the mother of the patriarch, right? 2 pilgrims taking overland route that passed through Constantinople, Mandeville noted that there they would be able to see the sponge and the nopal. Yeah, the sponge and the nopal. Mandeville. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, the sponge and the reed. I'm sorry, y'all. With which the Jews gave drink to our Lord when he hung on the cross in Constantinople, right? I'm just saying. Let's just keep it moving. Alright, where was he at? I see. I was hung on the cross. If instead pilgrims had gone by sea, they would have arrived at the port of Jaffa, which is the harbor nearest to Jerusalem. It is only a day and a half's journey from Jerusalem, say 36 miles. As they progressed to Mount Zion, they would come to an even more significant sight, a chapel in which is the huge stone with the sepulchre of Christ was covered when he was laid in it. Boy, they hooked up this whole twist. I'm telling you, they made this thing do what it